welcome to Review Station here at Jubilee Road. So today we are looking at the all-new, highly anticipated Hattons Class 66. Now, in the review today we're going to be looking at my sample, which we have the BR large logo, Class 66 with the factory fitted sound. Now these have been, one very anticipated model over the past few months, and I'm so glad and surprised that it turned up, considering what is going on out there in the mad old world at the moment. So as usual with my reviews, we'll take a look what we get in the box. We'll take a look at the model in detail, see what details it has and the paintwork and stuff like that, and then we'll look at the sound features and then obviously run it on the layout to see how it performs straight out of the box. So let's get on with it. Now, a quick little look at the end of the box there so you can see what we have. We have Class 66, which is 66789 in BR large logo, and then you can see the name is just there, British Rail 1948 to 1997 sound fitted, and there is the code for you if you want to pick up this particular model. So let's get the box open then. Straight away, I love this on the box, that's rather nice. Very, very good packaging. I know we don't want to spend too long on the box because, well, after all, it is just a box, isn't it? So inside then we do get the operating manual of your Class 66. I would advise you to read this, especially if you're going to fit anything to the inside of your model like sound or a decoder, because it's not as simple as you might think. And being the sound fitted model, we have a sound manual as well, which goes through in detail what you can do with the sounds, and the list of sounds are here, and we've got a decent number there. So then inside the box, it's all covered in foam, which is a really, really nice touch, just to keep the model nice and secure. I would put it in that way around, and there is the model. Wow, already that looks so good. It's not even out the box yet. So if we just lift this part up, straight away the biggest thing I've noticed about this model is the weight. Very, very heavy model this. So we just slide this out. Try not to take too long in the unboxing section, guys, because we just want to get to the model, don't we? So we do have parts back, quite extensive actually, you can see all that there. You do have the alternative valances for the front of your model if you want to no couplings or you want the couplings. One is pre-fitted on the model, but you can swap and change, and there's a few other bits and pieces, pipe work and all that kind of stuff in the bag. Right. Let's get the model out of this box. Got a bit of protective film there to protect the detail, which I guess it's really gonna need. Oh wow. Straight away, guys, this is one lovely looking model. So let's have a closer look at the details that this all new Hattons Class 66 has. Right, well, here is the front of the Class 66. We really do have a wealth of separately fitted details here to speak of on the model. Up the top end, then we do have the grille, which behind that does sit the air horns, and they are there if you look closely. The glazing on the front is done to a very high standard, along with the pinstripe running across the top of the cab windows as well. We go a bit further down, we do have a separately fitted white handrail. We do have warning stickers either side, and we do have the GBRF lettering printed very well there in the middle. We do have a separately fitted lamp iron, and also we got the light clusters there, which are a few ways to use the lights on this model. We go a bit further down, we've got loads of pipework pre-fitted, and we do have the buffers, which are sprung both sides obviously, and they're very nicely done. Very nice quality, and we do have the front valance fitted very well, but you can also change that out with the ones that are in the parts bag. So let's have a look at the side of the model and see what we get there. So now we continue our detailed look here at the Hattons Class 66. Now we're going down the side of the model, and the detail on the underframe is absolutely incredible. I have never seen this much detail on a Class 66 previously. A lot of it is separately fitted, by the way. You can see all the detail under here is so impressive. Hattons, you've really done a stunning job on that. Now, the axle boxes here, you can see the three of them, three on the back and obviously on the other side. Now, I'm pointing these out for a reason. These actually do rotate, like the real locomotive does in real life. So that's really a nice feature that Hattons have gone to for extra realism there. If we go a bit further up then on the bodywork, we do have the GBRF printed very well, and then the cab windows again glazed really nicely, and we have the warning sticker. We have separately fitted handrails other side of the cab door, and we do have the steps also painted very nicely in the yellow. The grille here is, yes it is, as I thought it would be, as a real grille. You can just see in behind there, and it's very, very fine grille here, and that is modelled very well. So now we're down the other end of the model, and I have spotted a slight problem. You've probably seen it already. Is the nameplate. I think that might have been fitted by a monkey in the factory. I'm not too sure. So that's definitely, on the conclusion, that's going to be a mark off there. I can sort that out, no problem, but it should have been perfect from the factory. So Hattons, just quality check your models before they leave, because if they got a nameplate, you need to check them before they leave your shop, in my opinion. That is a little sloppy, but we'll carry on and we'll see how the rest of it goes. So under the nameplate then, we do have the number, which is 66789, and then we do have the nameplate. As I said, the nameplate is actually very nice. It is etched brass. I've checked it, and it does feel a nice quality piece. Just shame it was misshaped, I guess you could say. And then the underframe detail continues then down to the other end of the model, where we have, it's just a wealth of detail on this model. I am so impressed. And again, we've also got the battery box. I believe that's what that is, just sat here. And we got the rotating axle boxes at the end as well, and all the same detail in this area as we had on the other end of the model. Just a quick look then at the opposite end of the model, and as I did mention at the beginning, at this end we do have the tension lock coupler free-fitted here. Nice quality, doesn't seem to be too flimsy, and obviously we have the sprung buffers either side as well. The nameplate on this side is much better fitted. You can't just see it, it's just down this way, but it seems to be fitted a lot better than the other side. So a quick look at the roof and cab detail. Just a quick look at the cab detail. Now this is, I'm using freehand, so it might be a little bit more shaky. There's the exhaust system there, really nice colour on that, doesn't look too toy-like. And then we do have the fan grille just here at the other end. Again, very, very finely detailed grille there, really looking nice and well modelled. It's actually quite hard to see the detail on the cab interior, but actually it's a very well detailed cab in there for a diesel locomotive. If we just come round to the front, I don't know if we can get a better view of that. It's going a bit blurry now, but we can just see the cab detail in there. Really nice. It would just benefit from a driver, obviously. So I think the next thing is to get this lovely model onto the track and see how it performs and sounds. So the first things we're going to do then, now it's on the shunting layout, is actually check the out-of-the-box performance. As usual with my reviews, I never run the model straight out of the box, so we can get a true and accurate running quality straight out of the box. So this will be running on 128 speed steps, which is the highest for my gauge master controller. So let's set it going down towards the engine shed, you can see, and see the quality of the running. So here we go. Speed step 1. Will it move? Yes, it does. That is incredible performance straight out of the box. That's only speed step 1, and it is barely moving. So smooth. Tad, a little bit of motor noise there, but not. We just speed it up. That is really, really impressive. I haven't put the lighting on yet. I will do that in a moment. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. And then turn it to 0. Really, really lovely gradual stop there as well. So let's bring it back the other way and see if it runs as well. Yeah, it really does. There is a slight motor noise to speak of, and there is a very, very faint ticking noise going in this direction, which I have just noticed. But that's not anything too bad at all. So yeah, straight away, the running performance of the model straight out of the box is top. We'll just have a little look at those rotating axle boxes. They're definitely a feature worth having a look. So if we move the model forward, you can just see them there turning. I know it's quite difficult to see. There's that badly placed nameplate, but as I said, I will clean that up and sort it out. But you can see them rotating there. You can see them going round. Lovely feature, Hattons. Really well worth going to the extra trouble to make those turn around. Just a bit of added realism to the model. Over to the sound. Now, I know they fitted quite a big speaker into this model, and we need to turn to our function sound sheet to see what we get. Now, there are quite a few lighting options with this model. You can turn the taillights on and off, switch to daytime and nighttime running. That's all in that booklet. We're not going to run through it all today because I want to keep it as sort of shorter review as possible, because I don't want to bore you guys. But 0, as always, turns the headlights on. Now, we do have the center headlight, and we do have the lights on down here as well. And at the moment, the rear taillights are on, because that's the direction of the model. So, function 1 actually turns the main engine sounds on. So, let's turn them on, but be warned, judging because this has a large speaker, if you're using headphones, you might want to turn the volume down. This could be quite loud. So, let's see what this sounds like. I did warn you, that is pretty loud even standing in front of it. Well, first impressions, the bass coming out of this model is just on a different level. Really crisp quality sound, really impressed. So let's get it moving and see how we do. So the horns then are on functions 2 and 3, so we'll press those before moving off. Yes, they're also very nice quality. So let's set off. So we're going to bring it back towards the camera now, but this time I am going to use drive hold. Now this allows you to completely separately operate the sound to the speed of the model. You press function 8 and the model will not accelerate as you turn the voltage up on your controller. So let's try that. So in conclusion then, what do I think of this model? Overall, I think it is a very good model. Just want to point out a couple of the issues that I found with the model. The first off, which you already know about, is the nameplate. They haven't been applied very well. I think could have been more time spent maybe putting these on. As it is an expensive model, that would have been nice, but I can sort that myself. So I'm not going to send the model back for that. The next thing is these axle boxes. Now mine are all fine, but be very careful as these can fall out. So keep your eyes on the model or when you're using it or handling it. As I said, mine are all fine just here on all sides, but I have heard stories where they can fall out, but please be careful. The other issue is going around sharper curves or sharp point work, which I have on this layout just over here. I did notice when I run it over this way, whoops, nearly smashed that, off camera, I quickly run it across these points, and it did sound like some detail did very slightly catch. You could just hear it as it went over here. Nothing fell off, so well, that's a good thing, but it is something to bear in mind if you are running this logo on sharper curves. You've got to really be careful. On the new Jubilee Road, that won't be an issue. You won't be having what I call train set points, the sharp ones, or very sharp curves on the layout, so that shouldn't be a problem. So those are the issues I have found. Nothing really major wrong with the model. It runs really well. The sound is fantastic. It feels nice and quality. You know, it doesn't feel cheap and nasty or anything. And the performance, especially the slow speed, is very good. But mind you, there is a very faint, tiny ticking noise in one direction. Not the band, obviously. Not really into that kind of music, but just messing. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have a quick look. It might be a tiny bit of detail catching on something, but that's fine. I can sort that out as well. So, out of 10, I think it's going to be 8.5 out of 10. I think that's fair. I've got to knock those marks off for the slight issue with the nameplate and those other things I mentioned. But overall, it's a good model and I think a fair sort of mark out of 10. The sound fitted models are, I think, about £250. I can't remember exactly because it's been a while since I pre-ordered this. Pre-ordered it last year. There are 3 options available with this model. You can have it DCC ready, DCC fitted, or DCC sound fitted, which I have the model in front of you now, the sound version. There is loads of liveries to choose from. Not just this BR large logo, you got DB, EWS, you got GBRF in other liveries. There's loads to speak of, and they have got more on the way. So yeah, really nice model, Hattons. I will get back to you in a few months' time to let you know how things are going along with this model and see how it ages, I guess you could say. So thank you very much, but please, before you make a decision on buying the model, don't take my word for it. Go and watch other people's reviews so you can get a good understanding what the model is generally like. Please leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the model, or if you don't have time, just like the video. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Plenty of more content for you on the way.